Hey, what's going on, guys? Mqzuba here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a mono black control deck for standard best of one. So before I get into the deck, I just want to ask you guys how you'd feel about a bit more best of three gameplay on the channel. I played in the Arena Open over the weekend. I went 7-0 day one, or on my last one, which was like my fourth, I think, with Esper Control, Doom Foretold, which was really great. But in the second day, I went 1-2. I lost to all my games to Gruul Aggro, and I beat it once. I only faced Gruul Aggro. That's when it was like super relevant, and I was using a Azorius Yorion deck, and I didn't expect to face it. Like it had just come out on top like a day before, and I was really practicing with Yorion throughout the week, so I decided to take it in anyways. And all I thought was Gruul, so I wasn't super prepared for that, but it's okay. And yeah, so I digress. Basically, I want to know if you like. I want to practice more best of three, and I want to know what you guys think of it on the channel. Anyways, let's get into the deck for today. We're running a mono black control list, kind of reminiscent of what I did back in like late July, early August. Can't remember exactly, but yeah, this deck doesn't have the type of cards that we had before, and it's a very different meta. So we'll get into it. Bloodchief's Thirst. Really cheap removal, great against aggro, can blow up planeswalkers, and later on in the game can take down any threat. Really good card. Cling to Dust. Wipe your graveyard clean against rogues. Exile the opponent's Croxes, Oxes of Agonis, Woe Striders, lots of Rakdos mid-range right now. If you need it to gain life, it does. If you need it to draw cards in a grind your control game, it does. I love Cling. I was running this for a while. I love this card. Agonizing Remorse. Exile removal from the yard, if not just hand hate against control matchups. Not super good against aggro, but you can probably find a spot for it, even in those matchups. Two Heartless Acts to go along with our Bloodchief's Thirsts. Just cheaper instant speed removal so we can hold stuff up like Cling to Dust, the card draw of Tome, Rider, and our land abilities. You want to be able to have open mana sometimes. Always like be able to pass with two to threaten the Tome draw. Which brings me to the Tome. You guys know this card. Card's amazing right now. In any type of mid-range or control deck, this thing just gets you so much value. Can get you a lot of cards. Make sure you hit your next land drop. Get you some life, which black has some of in the form of Cling to Dust and the life gain off Rider. But aside from that, really solid card. Two Murderous Rider. Just some medium removal. Can hit planeswalkers too if you really need it to. And it's a body eventually, which becomes relevant. And it doesn't get hit by our sweeper, even though it's or one of our sweepers, even though it's CMC3 or less, because this thing goes back to the deck, or like unless it's on the board. You guys get what I'm saying. I'll cover this card in a minute. Elspeth's Nightmare. I actually really like this card. I was not a huge fan of it before, but I started running it in a bunch of sideboards, and I find it really good. Blows like a cheap creature, or a creature with low power, is hand hate and exiles the yard. This card is really good when all three chapters become relevant, which against decks like Rakdos midrange is like happens all the time. They run a number of non-creature spells. Your graveyard is very relevant, and they have low-powered creatures. So I expect to face that, not all the time, but for when I do, Elspeth's Nightmare is really strong. Extinction Event, Sweeper of Choice is the only black one we have right now. I ran this back in the day. I'm running it now, even though I didn't have Ritual of Soot. It's all good. Extinction Event's a great card. Solemn Simulacrum, said robot. Ramps you, gets you some card advantage, doesn't get exiled by Ugin. All around a good time. Shadow's Verdict. Check the technology on this card. Let me take a read. Exile all creatures and planeswalkers with CMC3 or less from the battlefield and from the graveyard. I'm not going to read it word for word, but pretty much that's it. So, wipes all the Croxes out of the yard, wipes the Woe Striders out of the yard, cleans out rogues' graveyards, well, it doesn't really clean out your graveyard, but I like Shadow's Verdict. The graveyard is really useful right now with a bunch of escape cards that people are like, even against decks that aren't rogues, people are running like the Arachneer, the green escape one, stuff like that. Basically, this card poops all over escape. It's great. 3 Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Basically, big win con in case you're facing any Doom Foretold decks, which are becoming really popular. Just set them back, wipe the entire board. Now let's get into the mana base. So we run 22 actual lands and 5 DFCs. So for the actual lands, 16 swamps, right? 4 castles, probably it's like my favorite castle. I think it arguably is the best one. So, you know, 20 of those. 1 Crawling Barons, alternate win con. Field of Ruin, because we can run it. We don't have any really steep costs. The bonus we have is double black, which with all of these black sources, we should be able to cover. 2 Plica's Predation. More hand hate or a tapped land. This card comes in handy against some like slower matchups, if not just a tap land. And Hagra Mauling, same thing. Just a removal spell on a land. If you need the mana, play it as a land. If you need the extra Murderous Rider effect, you got it. So, that's it for the deck, everybody. It'll be in the description down below, and let's get into some games. Alright, on the draw, we don't have any removal, and again, in best of 1, that's slightly concerning, but we got the Tome, and we can kind of ramp our way into Ugin. Alright, Temple, could be a number of things. Double Simulacrum, we're definitely going to need to hit land for, oh boy. Pardon my English. Alright, what do we got? So maybe, it's not Celestia Yorion unless they're just not running it as companion and running 4 in the main. Could be Celestia Adventures, green-white counters. Abzan, cool. I respect the Abzan player. Now the question is, do we want to Tome on 2? Our Field of Ruin is good. We can blow up some of these lands. So do we want to Mazemind Tome or Agonizing Remorse? What can they have on 3? What, Citizen Champion? I think we got the Tome down. Try to threaten to draw cards. Don't need to tap out if we don't, like, if we can hold up removal and the card draw. Mauling. I think I'm going to go for the Remorse right now. Okay, so this is like some intense mid-range stuff. I think I'd take away their Simulacrum just because that's their next turn play. And it'll get them that's their turn 4 play. And we can deal with removal. We have removal for both of these, or just one technically, but I'm sure we'll find another. Let's go for the Robot. Play the Swamp Sago. We don't want to play the Hagra Mauling because we're going to need it to take out these expensive cards. Really weird Abzan pile right here. Cycles Triome. Good. If they were going to do that, they might have wanted to scry first, but I don't know what's in their deck. I don't know what they'd be looking for. And we're not going to scry with the Tome. We want to get as many cards out of it as we can. Alright, perfect. Murderous Rider, we can hold that up at instant speed with Hagra Mauling. Get more land. The more land we get, the further ahead we get. Might have to play the Mauling as a land. I don't want to miss a land drop. So this turn they can go for the Baneslayer Angel, but if you guys don't know the famous saying, just dies to Doomblade. Wait, why wouldn't they go for it? They have the untapped land and double white. Maybe they're just worried about removal? I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to go for a Massacre Worm first? Which, if they are, then I think we play out the Mauling as a land, hit our land drops, and we still have 5 mana available, so we can Murderous Rider it, and then draw the card off the Tome as well. Garrick, alright, that's a card. I'm glad we have that Planeswalker removal. Alright, let's draw first. So we got a Cling, not bad. And we're going to be on 7. So, sure.
I'll survive this.
Go for the castle. And I'll play this Solemn Simulacrum. just to make sure I hit my 8th land. And if the opponent wants to Massacre Worm, they can. They'd be wiping their own wolves out. So we'll pass. Hold up. Cling to Dust. The Maze Mine Tome. Also the potential Field of Ruin activation. Okay, I thought they might do that, but that basically just lets us draw 2 cards. Sure. Oh, that's right. It's a one-sided board wipe. It's cool we have the Extinction event. My bad, guys. Haven't played Massacre Worm in a while. Not a huge deal. Yeah, burn me for a little bit. Uh-huh. Take some damage. Draw the card. And exile the Garrick, draw another card. Alright. So let's Extinction event for even. Tokens have CMC 0, so we're good either way on it. And let's check what they got in the hand. Interesting. Do I care? I think I care about the Karuga the most because that is an ETB that can get them cards. So we'll get rid of that. Cool pile by the opponent. Play out the land. And no, let's not give them a target. Let's just hold up. Let's just leverage the tome. Draw more cards. Take it nice and easy. Ugin can wipe their board whenever I need it to. We definitely have the mana. Alright, cheap removal, Bloodchief's Thirst, Heartless Act. More tome? That's fine. Alright, play out the land. Yeah, let's draw off the tome. Gain some life. See if we can hit a Bloodchief's Thirst. More land, that's fine. Remorse. We will, and that's, the opponent has had enough. I was gonna take their Baneslayer Angel, but yeah, guys, we really just, they put a lot of 1-for-1 threats out, so we just take over the game. Like they went Planeswalker, or we got rid of that. They went Planeswalker and like 6-drop into 6-drop into 5-drop, but we just leveraged so much cheap removal and card draw that this deck stands absolutely no chance. Okay, against Luris, so probably Rogues with this hand. I don't think I can keep this. That's better. Let's get rid of the Remorse. Don't think I'll need that on too as much as I'll need Heartless Act into Nightmare. Yeah, notice the pause. Gonna play this. They don't have anything or any creatures CMC 3 or less. 3 or greater, pardon me. Rogues, okay. Thieves Guild Enforcer. I am going to need them to know my, what's it called? Oh, Cling to Dust, that's it, sorry. Alright. Tome or Heartless Act. Alright, let's get the Tome down. Thought Thief sucks here, but we can Nightmare it next turn if they don't have the Drown. Oh, they drown my Tome. Okay, that's also fine. That's 1 Drown out of the way. Crab, alright. That's a good Nightmare target. And just watch the library crumble. It's very depressing. Other Thieves Guild? Okay, well at least that means that they don't have counter magic. That's a good one. Okay. That makes me want to, well, let's go for the Nightmare on the Crab. I don't know how many, like, this deck probably doesn't run too many Rogues. And I feel very justified after that. That would have milled D4 6, that would have been a problem. And I can take these bumps for a minute. Easy fourth land. This will take any counterspell into the story. Ridiculous. I get it. Okay, fine. Drown. Easy drown. Okay. And we call odd. I could have also played the Simulacrum and then had them play the Ruin Crab, but it's okay. I'll play a crab and a land. They'll fill my graveyard a little bit more for Cling. And if I draw the land, I can Cling and Simulacrum. This is the second drown, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, so they buy a Lurrus and just play a land. Okay. Alright. And a Wind Robber, why not? Exile the opponent's yard. I suppose I can Cling my own yard, but I think the better play is just go for this. Yep, take that action. Give me that 5 mana. So clinging to draw the card, it would have gotten me the land, but it's okay. The exile graveyard part under the Nightmare makes Lurrus pretty bad. I don't know what targets they had. I think they had a crab, but I'm not sure. Alright, Wind Robber, that's fine. And if they're not hitting their land drops, Wind Crab really isn't doing that much. Lurrus. Raw Lurrus. Oh, so wishing I had a Cling to Dust open right now. That hurts. And they hit the land. Oh, I regret playing my Solemn Simulacrum. Alright, I think it's still winnable from this spot, just because we have the Clings. Alright. Painful. Alright, Field of Ruin. Really don't want to play that. Let's try for the Heartless Act. See if that resolves. If not, it's the third drown in the lock that they've had. Resolves, perfect. And let's... I think we just Cling our own yard at this point. See if I can hit any tap out threat. Like a Remorse, perfect. Grab the Wind Robber. And now I just sort of need more removal. If we get low on life, we can start cycling these Clings to Dust for life. Alright, that's fine. Okay, well, that's removal, but no biggie. Clean my own graveyard again. It's no point in clinking for the permanents. Doesn't really matter. They can't run Zareth's on. Okay. How much mana are we on? 7? Sure. Well, I guess I want to hold these up to be able to draw. Sorry, to be able to gain life if I really need them to. But if I draw a Bloodchief's Thirst, that's really good. Alright, let's go for one of them now. Whoa. Hold on. Didn't even do that. Okay, let's make sure I don't select the same card with it. So in my graveyard, I'll select this Ugin. That's gonna give me the escape cost. Yeah, because if I target the Ugin and then exile the Ugin with the Cling, then I won't get to draw the card. Mistake that I've had happen to me before. And it's just more land. But that's fine. We hit our land drop for next turn. I think the Wind Robber's holding priority. Ugin looks really bad against Bloodchief's Thirst because they can just kick it and take my Ugin out. Did they draw their own Cling? Cling my Cling. Alright. That's one reason for me to cling their own yard. That'll probably be coming out next. And I definitely don't want to crack the Field of Ruin right now, seeing as it gives them another trigger with my with their Ruin Crab. Okay, getting a little bit low on life. That would have been good. All right. Well, yeah, let's see if I can get a Nugan off. They didn't have it last turn. And I think they drew the Thought Thief. Drown the Lock. They were holding it. Okay. So we're technically alive, but I really didn't expect them to have that. I figured they would have countered something last turn, so what, that was the third round in 40 cards? Naturally. Why wouldn't they have it? Okay, they still can't escape their cling. And I'm not dead to this attack. I really need a Shadow's Verdict though. I think we still have all of ours in the deck. No. Okay, well, the deck's 15 cards, right? So the odds of drawing the Shadow's Verdict are okay. It's like a 6% chance. 40% chance of drawing land though. Okay. How are we gonna pull through? Our Barons is in the yard. Uses Merfolk to draw Wind Rubber to draw a card, okay. I'm guessing exile everything to target my Cling to Dust. I'm guessing. Blows up his own Ruin Crab to cling my Cling, I'm guessing. That's commitment. The opponent better have a counterspell, because if not, I'm going to Bloodchief's Thirst. Oh, they don't have double blue anymore. So, alright. Another Simulacrum. Okay. And we can't use the castles. So, here. Resolves just fine. And let's get that nice Solemn Simulacrum clock going. And we attack because we have another one in case they have the last Thieves Guild Enforcer. Alright. Man, this is gonna be rough. It's just gonna be raw Solemn Simulacrum beatdown. Okay. Well, there's a verdict. How fast is my clock? 9 turns? Yeah, I think I just go for it. If they have the Enforcer, what can I do? I think it would be the last one. No, there'd be 2 more. Okay. That one's still alive. What do we have here? Opponent still has plenty of threats, plenty of instant speed stuff that can kill me. If I was at 1, I'd feel a lot better about this. What you got? Awakening. Well, you know what? The Verdict actually deals with that pretty well. Which is kind of funny. So that's fine. Let's just play this out. Is there a drown in the lock? Is it the last drown in the lock? It's the last drown in the lock. Depressing. Ugh. Brutal. Brutal game. Oh boy. Okay, so we're against Yorion. We have a tome. I don't think we can mulligan that, even though our hand is like mostly removal. I really just hope I can leverage this tome long enough. Alright, so if we're against the Zorius Yorion, feeling a little bit better than if we were against Esper, because Esper can... Oh, Zorius can deal with the tome too. So if we're just raw Zorius, cool. Earth, yeah, that's fine. There will be negative scrying off this tome. Very sexy card stuff you got there, my man. Easy pass. Cling is great. It is a way that we can generate card advantage relating to this game. Tap castle. Give me the card. We're going to need all our tomes this game. Okay, Remorse is pretty good. Snap it off. I can start emptying my Bloodchief's Thirst out of my hand at some point. Oh, good God. Oh. We are in for a game, boys. Okay. So I can take the Omen and slow them down a little bit. I think I have to take the Neutralize, though. Man, this is so rough. Okay, at least we have the Extinction events to deal with the Trawler. So I'm not worried about this, I'm not worried about this. These 4 cards are really good against me. Maybe it is just the Omen, really just slow them down. Oh, awkward, okay. Because if they get the Dream Troll and Neutralize, I probably just lose, but... Alright, let's go for the Omen. I like stopping them from using their mana one turn. Like, right now, their turn ends up being really awkward. They did nothing with it. Alright. Simulacrum. Easy Simulacrum. Alright, let's draw. Please, thank you. I was going to say if we miss a land drop, it's a sad time. Call for even here. Try to stop them from getting value off the Simulacrum. And I can start drawing cards with Cling. Okay, for a hand full of removal, that's awkward. I want my Simulacrums. I want my tomes. Alright. Easy draw. Okay, that can come in handy if we can get the mana to cast it. Alright, Field of Ruin isn't bad. Field of Ruin can blow up their castle, which I don't hate. Yeah, I will take 2. I don't think life is what's gonna win this game. Slam the Trawler. Slam the Trawler. Alright, buys Yori. Sure, okay. Let's draw with the tome. Perfect. Alright. Blow up the castle. We each get a basic, but the castle is better than an island, which is what they end up getting. Alright, no Heartless Act there. They're just holding up Neutralize, which is super awkward. Let's draw. See if I can hit a real land. And if not, I'll just play the Haggard Mauling. No real land. Mauling tapped. Do I even play the Bloodchief's Thirst? Definitely not playing this. This will counter, and I need it to stick. Yeah, let's try to kill the Simulacrum. Pretend I care, because if not, they get to blink it with Yorion. So I guess it's fine. They can get some value off of it. Cycle the Neutralize. Dang. Okay. How do we even do this? Trawler. Perfect. Tap out for Trawler. That's it. Get the tome down. Oh, sweet precious tome. Easy even. Alright, we still got 2 more of those. So, I don't know how many Dream Trawlers this deck runs. A lot. A lot of Dream Trawlers. Okay, well, let's see if we can draw into our next Extinction event. Okay. Well, actually, Ugin does it, right? Yeah, let's go for the Ugin. And call easy 6. Let's go. And if the opponent has an ECD here, we have the Cling for the one in the yard. Nope, it's not even in the yard. It got exiled. ECD, as expected. Told you boys, no problem. Opponent not leaving up 3 blue. Okay, so we want to play this next turn. This we don't. Alright. Let's play this out of my yard. Exile their Simulacrum. Actually, before we do that, let's take a peek at the old digs, eh? What you got? What you got in there? The fact that I'm not completely buried in card advantage here actually blows my mind. Opponent can cycle neutralize if they really care to. Omen of the Sea! They think I might take it. That's so funny. Okay. Yeah, because last time they let it resolve. They let the Agonizing Remorse resolve. They're probably regretting that. Alright, what you got? I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably taking the Yorion regardless of what you take. Okay, I don't care about these 3 cards. I care about Neutralize, Yorion, I guess ECD. But Yorion is definitely the thing I care about the most, so we'll drop it off. I guess I can Simulacrum. But I guess I can also do that next turn. Alright, we'll go for a expensive Cling on their turn, see if they want to neutralize it. Target the Simulacrum. Easy. I don't think whatever we target really matters. Alright. I just don't want them to get it back with the ECD. And now we have attacks. Alright. Mary's Call. Well done. Draw the card. Alright. Alright, well, Tome is nice. And I think I just take my turn to blow up some angels with some overcosted Bloodchief's Thirsts, which I am very happy about, by the way, and pass. Very little value out of their ECD. The only thing I'm real like, they have another one, but nothing to get back. Ooh, that's a rough one. Not gonna lie, boys. That's a tough card to beat. So we were keeping up with them really well. We're not doing that anymore. Plus their 80 card pile. They definitely deck us first. Alright, let's draw. Well, at least I found all my tomes. Draw another card. Alright, Nightmare. Okay. Take that action. Yeah, let's get the Nightmare down. Try to take as much counter spells as I can from them. Who am I kidding? This is so lost. I guess the only front we can really fight them on is mana. Like, the fact that I hit all my tomes is great, but the second they resolve this, I just lose the game. Yep. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Can't even glass casket me, so huh? Alright. Oh yeah, more land. Okay, show me your moves. Neutralize. ECDs don't really do much. Neutralize. Oh, I mean, this is actually a pretty beatable hand. Let's grab this. Stop them from getting even more card advantage. Alright. Should have drawn off the other tome in case of a Skyclave apparition. Let's go. Ugin. Ugin 4-0, I guess. Sure. Is that my second Ugin? Yeah. Oh, let's Ugin 4-2, because it's gonna get ECD anyways. Might as well take out an Omen while we're at it. Oh yeah, get those 2 points in. Okay, so what are we looking for in the deck? Crawling Barons. Alright, yep. ECD on Ugin, no surprise there. Opponent only has... well, like, these counterspells are good, right? Don't get me wrong, hold on. But they don't really do much. Okay, I'm glad they played as a land. Okay. Let's get frisky. Let's Predation. Try to get that counter spell out of my opponent's hand so I can resolve the second Maze Mind Tome. Or, sorry, the fourth Maze Mind Tome, I think, of the entire game. It would be an exile. Yup. If the opponent has to shatter the Simulacrum, I'm actually going to be laughing. Yep, okay, opponent neutralizes. I mean, we get a little bit more information, but it's not a huge deal. Alright. Let's go. I guess we'll draw. Sure. Do I care? Do I just play this? No, it'll just get casketed or something along those lines. So let's pass Cling. Don't care to exile anything right now. I'm worried about my own library size. But I am trying to find a Crawling Barons in time to kill my opponent. Like, I don't even know where that is in the deck. I should probably run more Crawling Barons. But I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I don't want to craft them, so it puts me in some kind of weird pickle. Oh yeah, I really said that. Puts me in a weird pickle. Am I 45 years old? Holy crap. Opponent passes turn. Shatter! I knew it! I knew they'd do it! Feeling the pressure now, aren't you? Give me that. Nightmare, okay. Alright. Alright, 24 cards in the library. Kind of glad we ended up blowing up that, what's it called? Castle. Alright, more castle. It's not what we're looking for. Let's play this nightmare out. Try to get more hand hate in there. Do I draw? No, I already played a land. Alright. Let's pass the turn. 23 cards in the library. Thirst for meaning. Opponent goes for the draws. Glad we kept this. Glad we kept the mana up, because if they discard a 16th Dream Trawler, they can get it back. I think the most likely way my opponent wins this game is by decking me. Wait, did they target anything? Nope. Second dead ECD. Good, 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 good. And we're not under attacks anymore. Apparition. Sure. Targets Nightmare. Ooh, you must not be very happy. You must have some goodies in there you want. I think I have 3 remorses. 2, okay. Simulacrum is whatever. Apparition will give me a 3/3. There's a tome. Alright, good turn from the opponent. Definitely a good turn from them. Okay, I have 9 mana up. This is before. I do think I'd take this draw. Okay, let's ride her first. Opponent only has 2 mana. Yep. Give me my 3/3. Good. Destroy target creature, no counters on it. That's you. Take your card, that's fine. And I can get double tome draw. Or 1 castle draw? No, I need to get through my deck. Alright. 1, Crawling Barrens. Simulacrum. That's not bad either. 2, Crawling Barrens. Ugin. Gets ECD. Alright. This will get in some damage. Rider. Probably gets Essence Scattered. No Essence Scattered. Nice. Solemn. That gets Essence Scattered. Lovely. Other Solemn. Pretty sure the opponent discarded their Shatter. Yep. Last turn. Okay. Let's try to get them dead. 19 cards. 4 swamps left. Hardcast Shark Typhoon. Okay. That's irritating. And then ECD. Alright. Opponent plays absolutely no regard to Ugin. Yes. Alright. Let's go. Easy Barons. Easy Crawling Barons. That's not Crawling Barons. Alright. You're also not Crawling Barons. Alright. Play this out. Easy -6. 5, 6. Get rid of that Shark Typhoon. Whew. Okay. Attack with the Simulacrum. I'll draw my card, see if I can hit my Barons. No Barons. Okay, let's keep going. What is that, the last ECD in like 40 cards? Holy crap. Pretty sure it's the 4th one. Alright. At least my moon's on a 1. Opponent's on 3 cards and a tome. 2 cards and a tome. Yorian. Sure. Opponent should have drawn off the tome, then blinked it. Or at least scryed, right? Get a free scry. And blinking this hits the Simulacrum. Sure. We'll draw here first. We found it! Barons acquired. Alright. Barons acquired. This is the actual win card. Lots of land. Alright, let's play it out. Cards in deck. A Rider, a Simulacrum, some hand hate. Okay, not terrible. Let's go for this first. Call odd. And I think pass. I think I want to spend all my mana pumping Barons. Seeing if I can get in some as much damage as possible. Okay. Whatever they target off the ECD, I will cling when they do it. Shark Typhoon, okay. Depending how much action they draw, that can be more blockers. Shatter, that just draws them a card, that's fine. 4 mana, draw a card. Other passage. Alright, let's pump this thing up. Decline. Decline, thank you. Barons again. 13 cards in library, by the way. Okay. I have seen no instant speed removal. So I'm not even sure what the opponent is trying to do. Maybe they're just sick of holding priority. Decline. Activate. Decline. Okay. Okay. Let's go in. Take action. Does the opponent have instant speed interaction? Blockers? Omen? Full control. Scry 2 draw. Sure. 2 at the bottom. Heartless Act. Resolve. Get off full control. How much mana do I have? 9. Next to blockers. Pump again. Crap. 2, 3, 4. Because of the extra cost on this, I can't swing for lethal. But I can get him 10 points. Which isn't bad. And the opponent isn't working with that many cards. Okay. Now whatever they target, I'm off ECD tax, so I can cling it. Yeah, piss off. No blocker for you. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Drawing, try to find counter magic. I assume it might not be for counter magic. Alright, and we're pretty much tapped out. We can't do anything with 1 mana. The opponent has 4 cards. No castle. They have an Omen to scry with, and they have a Shark Typhoon. Any sorcery speed shark they make, we can easily take out with Event. And then for an instant speed shark, we have the Murderous Rider. Regarding removal, we can draw Bloodchief's Thirst, which isn't great. 2 Maulings, which would be alright. Emiria's Call. Okay. All that stuff gets exiled. We take these. Plus it's expensive. And a Glasspool Mimic. Will this copy the CMC? 0 CMC. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I think that's just lethal. Even if they have another Omen, I can blow it up at instant speed with my Barons. Sorry, with my Murderous Rider. Alright. Make sure I don't mess up the sequencing. Even. Activate the Barons. 1 time. Oh, opponent with the GGs. Honestly, man, good game. Like, oh, clean hit with the Barons. The fact that we actually managed to stay through that game with our deck being like 50% removal, I don't know if that's actually right, and end up taking it home with a freaking land as the win con with 11 cards in library. Whew, come on, tell me that wasn't an epic game. Alright, hold on. Yeah, alright, perfect. Hand looks great. I think I play the Mauling on 1. I'm gonna want to get to 4 for the event. Have we found our first Rakdos guy? I think we might have. Oh man, good stuff on the Triumph. Nice. Easy Heartless Act. Into maybe a Cling to Dust. The trigger will go on the stack if they play the land. No shade. Absolutely gone. Feels amazing. Hardcast Bonecrusher Giant. Okay. Let's have ourselves a game. I'll play this out. Ramp me to 5. And I'm very happy to block the Bonecrusher Giant with it. So this deck right here is the exact matchup that I've built my deck to be. See, look at that. Look at that, Woe Strider. Easy Shadow's Verdict target. Okay, well, you guys get the point. Opponent will attack here. Give me that card. Easy, save for life, draw a card. And do I do it again? Yeah, let's do it again. Let's ramp even harder. We can exile all his goodies with Shadow's Verdict while building up a mana advantage. And Cling is just getting fed more and more and more. Also, if the opponent doesn't have a land, like isn't holding a land, they might want to hold that in case they mill a Skyclave Shade. But if they're flooding out, then that's the correct play. So I can Shadow's Verdict next turn. If I do that, I might want to save the Solemn Simulacrum because it doesn't get exiled. Opponent didn't hit a Croxa. Event can deal with it. Shatter Call, it's called Smashing. Alright, I'm not sure about that play. Yep, I'll take my card. Opponent will get in some relatively solid damage. So what, like, say I play this out. I can Verdict, but I only have 1 more and I want another way to exile the yard, so I guess I just call even here. And then Murderous Rider, the Bone Crusher Giant. Sure, let's do that. And prevent them from scrying. Also, the lower we get on cards in hand, the better our castle looks. Yeah, let's not take that 4. I'll just take the 2 instead, that's fine. I was never really worried about the giant. We have plenty of ways to kill it. Which, the Murderous Rider ends up being 4 damage. Oh yeah, burn yourself for 5. Easy damage. Let's play the Rider. I can pump the Barons whenever I want. Add instant speed if I need to, and I can also hold up the Rider and a potential card from Lochthwain. Thirst? Sure. Not worried about the Rider. And do I pump the Barons here, or do I just draw the card? Let's pump the Barons. Decline. Let's get a swing in. I can hit them for 6, but I'm pretty happy to just take a chunk out of their life total and hold up the Murderous Rider. Rankle. Right. Guessing Rankle's going to attack. Yep. Easy second Murderous Rider. Okay. Animate the Barons. How much mana do I have? I don't have enough for lethal. One more attack with the Barons is lethal though. So the opponent can't draw off their castle and they're dead to an OD opening I get with the Barons. Croxa, awkward. But was the opponent dead there? Alright, let me just take a look. So, give me that battlefield button. Yeah, so Croxa. Yeah, they don't have double red, they can't even reanimate it. But if they could, let's say they could have done that. So I have to ditch these 2, right? Then I animate the Crawling Barons and attack with both. Like, hit them for 2 and force a chump block. Plus I have a card off the top and I can draw off Lochthwain. Or I can start exiling stuff with the Cling. So like, let's say the land does trade with the Crocs, I can gain 3 life and exile it. So we're in a pretty good spot from here. Love this Rakdos matchup. Alright guys, and we are back. So, oh my god, was that last game tiring. I just finished recording that, and the fact that we won absolutely blows my mind, but hey, the deck performed, right? So, worst matchup by far is Rogues. Definitely, because we have a lot of tap out stuff. Remorse, tap out. Bloodchief's Thirst, tap out. Tap out, tap out, tap out. Tap out, tap out, tap out, tap out. You can't play this sort of tap out deck against Rogues if you want to have a better Rogues matchup. Don't play Mono Black Control. I'm going to put it out there. Oh man. Against Yorion, I played it once, 30-minute game, and ended up taking it. You might, like, in a best of 3, I can see that going a lot better, where you side out some removal and you side in some duresses, and maybe Skyclave Shade, stuff like that. But all in all, matchup is okay, especially against Doom Foretold's. Against just raw standard aggro, I think you have a pretty good matchup as well. You have a lot of removal, and if not, you can just like... Well, yeah, you have a lot of removal, and you can take control of the game with your Tome later after you survive the initial onslaught. One change that I would really, really recommend, more Barons. Play more Crawling Barons. This card, like, the mana is not an issue. You're going to find black sources. Pretty much your whole deck is black sources. I'd go up to 2, maybe even 3 of this card, just because you want to find it, right? Nah, probably 2. Especially in like that control matchup, I was just digging for this one thing. This ends up being your win con all the time. Like if it's not Ugin, I ended up finding myself thinking like I need to push through lethal with the Barons, and if it gets removed, well, I don't know how you're gonna close Solemn Simulacrum Beatdown. But yeah, don't play this if you expect to see a lot of Rogues. Probably switch to some sort of actual Dimir control thing, or just Esper control. I don't know, or actually, if you really want to beat Rogues, play Rakdos mid-range, that deck slaps it up. This deck, yeah, by the way, sorry, also has a great Rakdos mid-range matchup. Anyways, guys, that's it for the video. Demonstrated a bunch of the matchups I really wanted to show. And yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.